If you're watching this video, chances are you already know who Matthew is. He's the guy who makes really good list videos. I don't think I should give you an introduction. So let's just jump into the video, right? Oh, and by the way, this video is just my thoughts and my opinions and stuff. That's pretty much it. Let's first see how he started off. By that, I mean I get to talk about his older content for approximately 2 to 3 minutes. He has a very long history of making YouTube videos. He started off 9 years ago. So, let's go back to 2010. Yeah, so this is his first video called Texting the Pope.
The Vatican launched a service that you can text message the Pope. Is this the right time for that? Like really, with all the stuff going on right now and all the pedophile rumors and how the Pope is defending them, hiding them, keeping them away from the authorities.
So basically, in the beginning, he started off by talking about whatever was interesting. Maybe talking about something in the news. Or maybe talking about an 8-minute video by NASA about how to go poo in space. It's actually true. I'm not lying. Check it out yourself. Oh, and by the way, I have made a playlist of older videos by Matt that I thought were really interesting. Links in description if you wanna check it out. And because these were made so long ago, certain jokes,
Dear Pope, why did you let Father John diddle me?
and most of these videos are something that you would not assume were uploaded by Matt. By the way, I just want to mention this real quick because we all love hating on YouTube and for legitimate reasons, you know. So I just want to put this up real quick.
See, approximately a month ago, I woke up to find out that 2 of my videos were removed from YouTube. See, it turns out that I used a video clip in 2 of my videos from a guy that no longer wanted his videos on YouTube. You know, the earthquake warning guy. See, this guy's name was... Actually, I don't even think I'm allowed to say his name. But just for argument's sake, let's call him F. McDonald. No, that's too obvious. Let's call him Frankie M. So it turns out that even though I only used a small portion of the guy's video in my videos, he got YouTube to take them down. Online digging. And it turns out that there's something called the Fair Use Law. Basically, what this law says is that anyone is allowed to use a small portion of copyrighted material without consulting the rights holder.
Yeah, YouTube was dumb before as well. Only thing that has changed is that YouTube has gone dumber. Point is that, you know, that's how he started off. Actually, kind of like Philip DeFranco's old videos, where he just sat down and talked about things and stories he wanted to talk about. I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that these types of videos were norm at the time. I'm not so familiar with OG YouTubers, so I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. 3 years later, there are certain changes that we can definitely notice. Other than hair and beard, or lack of it. I don't know how to say this. Maybe I should just let you do the comparisons?
Al Gore's in the news because him and his wife are getting separated after 40 years of marriage. 40 years of marriage? Don't you think after that long you should just stick it out? And they haven't even given a reason as to why they're separating. I mean, how could you not want to be with a guy like Al Gore? He's so exciting and factual. This is the same guy that made global warming popular with The Inconvenient Truth. How could you not want to live with an exciting guy like that? See, when I was in school, there was a lot of things that my teachers would tell me not to do that research has since shown to be actually beneficial for students. So I decided that I wanted to share those with you in case your teacher ever tells you to not do these things.
This gonna be one of them educational videos.
Texting friends is a waste of time. Actually, research shows that texting can actually improve language skills. And the earlier that you start, the better it works.
It's a bit less controversial. It's more family friendly, you know? But it's also nice, you know? It's sort of nice. Over these 3 years, we can definitely see some experimentation going on, like with list videos, like 5 Lies School Taught Us, or 7 Things About YouTubers. But the thing was that it was always mixed in with different types of content. There are multiple videos that I absolutely love. One of my favorite videos is actually called Going to University for Wrong Reasons. I think that everyone should watch that video at least once before going to university. Another video that I really liked was actually about him losing his accounting job. I know how it sounds, but it was good to see someone take something like that in such a positive way. Although I can't find it on YouTube anymore. I understand if he took it down, but that was one of my top videos on his channel that I really liked. It was around this time that he found his niche, and before you know it, it was all list videos for 6 years straight. Don't get me wrong, having a niche is really good. It gives comfort, right? But maybe don't only upload according to your niche, maybe? Look, there is so much growth in first 3 years of his YouTube career. I mean, look, I spent so much time just talking about it. But for last 6 years, there's literally no growth. There's none. There's no change. It's all just list videos. And don't get me wrong, I loved the list videos when it was fresh and it was new. But now it honestly just feels like repetitive content. Not gonna lie, I know it kind of sounds rude, but yeah, that's how I feel. Like at this point, why even have your channel name as Matthew Santoro? Just change it to Random Facts by a Canadian. I know it sounds rude. I know that. I don't want to sound rude, but really, for last 6 years, it's all been the same. There was so much stuff that I could have talked about that I left out while I was talking about first 3 years of his YouTube career. Now it's just list videos, and not to mention the fact that I think that we all are kind of sick and tired of list videos. List videos aren't popular anymore, and you really have to kind of experiment with different styles and different content. It doesn't even have to have a format or anything. Just have to change. People aren't as interested in list videos as they used to be. Before, because of list videos, BuzzFeed exists now. Because of list videos, BuzzFeed exploded so much in the past. Now, not so much. The only thing that has changed in his content is the amount of videos that he uploads. He used to do 5 videos a week. Oh my god. Look, good content uploaded regularly is great. But this is not good. We all know that people who upload a lot, like serial uploaders, are shit posters. They don't add much. Nobody can argue against that. I'm sorry if all of this comes off as rude, but that's true, Now he has gotten down to 2 videos a week schedule, but still, I kind of feel like that's way too much. Because when you're making this much content, you really aren't making interesting content. You're just manufacturing content at that point. Actually, that kind of reminds me of a video by Vlogbrothers. The video is called Escalators. We are not doing it wrong. In parentheses, mostly.
This is the difficulty of being a creator or a media company in a world with infinite content. We have to chase the interesting, so much so that sometimes we end up manufacturing the interesting. I could have picked a billion other videos, I'm aware of that. I chose this one as a fairly non-controversial example, so I apologize to the person who made it because it was a pretty well done video. It was very interesting, lots of good facts. It manufactured some interesting that didn't exist.
Yeah, I agree with that. And look, almost every content creator has done this. Almost every content creator has manufactured content before. Like the first video I made on this channel. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it. I did it anyways, But I feel like Matthew has done this to an extreme level. Almost to SS Sniper Wolf level. I have never made list videos before. But you cannot look at me with a straight face and say that someone can come up with 5 new video ideas in a week and not manufacture content. It's impossible. And really the sad part about all of this is that, for the most part, most people don't really care about how much you upload or even the schedule. There's literally no reason to upload this much content. Most people don't care. I mean, for me, most of the YouTubers that I love just upload randomly. And I think I speak for most people. when I say that we as audience do not care about how often you upload, as long as you upload kinda regularly, you know, like once in every 2 weeks or something, you know. For the most part, the YouTubers that I watch very regularly upload randomly. Let's now look at his video, stepping away from YouTube, because I wanted to talk about certain parts of it. It is really strange and sad to see his experience from YouTube going from this.
In real life, I'm a pretty normal guy. No, really though, I'm pretty normal. But when the camera turns on, I feel like that part of my personality that I can't always show is able to come out. I feel like I can say or do whatever I want, which is pretty liberating.
Do this.
I know I'm capable of more. I know this. And I have all this work ethic and all this creativity and all this drive in me. And it's being filtered through this little tiny hole. Not a good analogy. Little tiny hole of bottleneck. Let's use that term. Bottleneck. There's this little tiny bottleneck that I'm trying to shove all my creativity and all this work ethic through, and it's just coming out the other side in drips.
And yeah, I can see that. It feels like Matt is trying to cram everything down this format of top 10 videos or list videos. And don't get me wrong, his videos are definitely better than Watch Mojo's. But you know, there is so much that someone can do on a YouTube channel. There's so much that a person can do. The possibilities are almost endless.
Even on social media, I'm very careful on social media about what I post. I think that's why I don't post much on social media, because I'm really just, in the world we live in today, things can be taken out of context, and I'm always so paranoid to give my actual thoughts on stuff, so I just don't post.
Say what? Look, literally, Matt said that he liked YouTube because he can say whatever he wants. And now it's like, opinions? No. And yeah, I get it. There's a gotcha culture on the internet, more notably known as the cancel culture. But being taken out of context is something that could really happen to anyone. But that doesn't mean that you have to censor yourself. And you know, for the most part, people are generally understanding.
I love to make content. And for a long time now, that passion has just been dwindling and dwindling to the point now where, like, I found myself the other day just being like, what am I actually doing here? Like, what? I'm just collecting a paycheck. Like, that's what, that, I hate saying that. Like, it's actually scary that those words came out of my mouth. And uploading 5 videos a week of list videos is just not fulfilling me creatively anymore.
Feeling creatively fulfilled is really difficult if you're doing the same thing for 6 years, and if you're paranoid about sharing your opinion, and if you feel like you're constantly trying to save a dying channel.
There's been this one consistent thing that's been like holding me back from reaching my next level of consciousness, of happiness, of awareness. And it's been YouTube. And it's been the constant grind of dumping everything I have, all of my time, all of my resources into what feels like a dying channel.
It's impossible. I don't know, but I imagine it being something like a hamster on a treadmill where the speed is slowly increasing and the incline keeps getting higher and higher, and the hamster can't keep up, you know. But in reality, let's be real right now. Yeah, sure, you know, compared to his subscribers, his viewership isn't really that good. It feels almost like Graveyard Girl. But still, all of his videos get at least 100,000 views. He could really do whatever he wants and he would still get at least 100,000 views. He really could do whatever he wants on his YouTube channel. And there's no reason for him to upload 5 times a week or even twice a week. If I could say something to Matt, what would I say? I would say to take a really long break, like 5 to 6 months. Matt probably has the means to do it. I'm assuming he's pretty good with his money. Maybe make content only if you get a good idea. You know, it doesn't have to fit any format. It doesn't even need a format. I don't know about any other content creators, but I get the best ideas for YouTube when I'm not thinking about it. Even while I was in the middle of making this video, I was like, fuck it, I don't want to do this. And like an hour later or so, my brain was like, wouldn't it be such a good idea to talk about most scariest episodes from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Shit, it came off as way too cheerful. I swear to God, sometimes my voice just sounds way too cheerful and I can't control it. But seriously though, some of those episodes were really scary when I used to watch them as a kid. If you wanna see that, you know, let me know. Also, what I would say would be, it's okay to experiment as well. Sure, you know, the possibilities are endless, but changing content is scary, you know. But so yeah, this is the end of the video. I'm supposed to remind you to subscribe and like the video and share. You know what to do if you like this video. So do all that stuff. You know, does every YouTube video have to remind you to do all that stuff? You're your own person. You've been on YouTube long enough. You know. That's it actually. Goodbye.